Very thankful to be here. My first question is, point of attraction is how you're feeling.
How you feel indicates your point of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it indicates it.
Okay. What's like your best advice to change the belief system of a person?
Of another person or of
no, of
this
myself.
person?
I'm talking about myself. Everything's about myself.
Good.
Yeah. So what's your advice like to change like so much programming?
Well, here's the thing. Words don't teach, life experience does. So as you've been living life experience without an understanding of your point of attraction, then you've come to believe and expect things based upon vibrating accidentally. So once you begin to offer your vibration deliberately and you see the results of that, that changes your expectation, changes your belief. A belief is just a thought you continue to think, and an expectation is a belief that you really continue to think. In other words, it's just trending. So it's by deliberately achieving a feeling, then watching what happens. Deliberately achieving a feeling and watching what happens. We gave you the answer to this before you asked the question. Now that you've asked the question, you'll hear the answer. This is what we said earlier, and now you will hear it. Words don't teach, only life experience does. Most people offer their vibration, their point of attraction, based upon what they are observing. Well, if you're observing life that you've been doing not by intent but by default, then it's logical that your expectation would be the same as what you've been attracting. Yes? So when you do it on purpose, then your belief changes.
Okay, yeah, like to get a little bit further into it, like you always say that when belief and desire don't match, that's like when the conflict appears. So for example, I'm desiring to start doing, I don't know, $20,000 a month, but my belief in my subconscious is I grew up and my parents always struggled with money. $2,000 a month was what they earned. So how do I like change that subconscious that I have, that 20K is what I want, but I don't believe it's possible?
The thing is, it's not subconscious. If you're feeling, then it's awareness. So it's not subconscious. We'll take your example exactly as you offered it. So you observed something and you saw the results of it. And of course you believe it because it's real. Saw my parents work hard, saw them not make very much money, saw them struggle. That's real. I have to believe what's real. But when you say, yes, it was real, and it was based upon them not knowing that they could feel differently. This is the piece you're looking for. Most people feel in response to what happens. You've got to feel before the response, and then the response to what you feel is different. Do you know what keeps most people from getting what they want? Noticing what is. If you keep taking score of what is, it can't change. But it's not pie in the sky, it's not fantasy, it's understanding the laws of the universe, feeling what I'm doing with the laws of the universe, deliberately doing something different, and then connecting the dots. I felt this way, and then that happened. I felt this way, and then that happened. But it's a big question. How do I change the way I feel? How do I change the way I feel? So we just have to keep saying it so that you can feel it and hear it. It's only life experience that changes your expectation. That's what changes your belief.
So how do I change life experience?
You change life experience by attracting a different life experience. How do I attract a different life experience? By changing your vibration. How do you change your vibration? By caring about how you feel. Let's stay on this because this is a big topic. Abraham, how do I feel prosperous when I'm not prosperous? How do I feel prosperous? Let's just take some paths, some doors. I feel prosperous because Abraham said I could. I feel prosperous because that guy over there is prosperous. That doesn't have anything to do with me. I feel prosperous or blessed. I feel prosperous or abundant. I feel abundant because Good ideas are flowing to me. Oh, Abraham, blah, blah, blah. Come on. How do I get the money out of the vortex and into my bank account? How do I feel it? Well, get off the subject of prosperity because it's too hard. There's too much resistance in it. Reality has shown itself to you for too long. It's hard to believe that. So what things come easily to you? What's an example of something that you know for sure you're not blocking because it's coming? Has for a while.
I'm not understanding exactly. Like,
if money isn't coming easily, what is coming easily to you?
I'm very talented, so I'm very good at sports. I'm very good at like coordination. I'm a very good salesman. Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm very good at sports. I'm very good at sports. That's a form of prosperity in that that's an abundance that most people don't have that you have. And how does it feel to be good at that?
It feels good.
So you don't doubt that, do you?
No, I don't.
You want it and you know it and it is.
Yep.
So the money thing is the same thing. So were you always good at that?
Sports. Yeah, I came being very talented, yeah.
It was action that made people say that made you believe that. But can you remember that far back? You see, that was early enough in your life that you weren't questioning that. You didn't get that off on the wrong foot like you did money. Your parents got money off on the wrong foot for them, and then you watched them, and then it got off on the wrong foot for you. What we're talking about here, this is at the basis of your question. You want to say, Abraham, I was good at sports, therefore I feel good. But I was not good at money, therefore I feel bad. And that's not the way it is. You felt it before you lived it. You just don't remember that with the sports. You weren't not feeling good. It's sort of like our friend that said earlier today, until I was nine, I was feeling really good about life. And so now has the question evolved? The question has evolved. All right, Abraham, the sports came easy to me. The money isn't coming easy to me. How can the money come easy to me? By remembering that the sports came easy to me. Is there anything that you can recall that at first wasn't easy and then was? Were you good at all sports? What sport did you start in?
Let's say soccer. It's football in Costa Rica, but soccer,
Yeah. And did you play mostly only that?
Yeah, mostly that, yeah.
And then did you ever try another sport?
Yeah, a lot.
What was the next sport that you stepped into?
Racquetball.
And were you as good immediately at racquetball as you were at soccer?
Probably not, but I became very good, yeah.
Because you already expected it, but can you feel that there was more focus to improve your racquetball, that it required more focus, and wasn't it easy to do?
Yeah.
So in the same way that you were good at soccer and then became better at racquetball, you can become better at money.
Yeah.